Hello, my name is Darina, and this is how I got into high ticket sales. So, honestly, I've been in the whole online space for almost 2 years now. I've started off with copywriting. This is what I initially started doing. Actually, I was one of the first women to start posting about copywriting. Literally, I had no issue making 5 figures per month. And then at some point, I realized, okay, nah, I gotta complicate my life a little bit. I'm still young, I'm still ambitious, and I still have energy and, some spare nerve cells to try something new. Okay, joking, but so in summer, I decided to shut everything down and get into high ticket sales. There were a few reasons for that. Number one, I just generally think that copywriting is too much work. Like, it requires you to know so many skills, like to have so many soft skills. And it's not just one skill. Like, whoever tells you that copywriting is just writing emails, like, fuck no, they're lying. And I feel like I've channeled some kind of hate towards copywriting that even when I was delegating it, like, even if you would ask me to, sit down for 1 hour to just write some copy, I'd literally despise it. I did have some favorite clients, but at some point, even my favorite client, like the actual OG, she went on a break, and this is when I kind of took it as a sign, okay, I actually need to lock in, and if I do want to make a change, like, it has to be made now. What I really lacked at that point was literally just human interaction, and this is what high ticket sales kind of brought to me, because I realized, like, I love calls, I love talking to people, I love client acquisition, I love doing sales calls, so why don't I just do it for a living? I genuinely do think the communication skills and sales skills are two of the most important skills to have, like, just in business, like, if you want to become successful. And, like, transparently, I knew I would not land, like, a super high paying offer straight up. I mean, yeah, like, a really common misconception, actually. A lot of people do say, oh, okay, you're in sales because, you have done something in the past before, like, blah, blah, blah. Like, guys, when I first started out, like, my first month in high ticket sales, I literally made $0. Like, absolutely zero. And I still struggle, like, finding actually good offers. Like, to this day, like, if you're my friend, like, literally every single day, I'm just out there just applying for, like, new jobs. I think when I actually started making money was more of, like, my second month of closing. This is when I started getting, like, first few sales in. I think I made like $900 my second month. But by the way, fair enough, like, I barely had any experience at that time. Like, I did see some YouTube videos on, like, how to do closing, basically, and that was pretty much it. Like, I did not even have script at that time. Like, I was just completely winging it. But at the same time, like, if you guys out there, like, need some, like, confidence to go and start taking calls, like, know that there are people out there just, like, closing with zero experience, with, like, no script, just literally winging it and still getting deals somehow. And there are still people trusting them somehow. Like, I genuinely, like, I'm forever grateful for my first ever offer, because those people trusted me with, like, literally no experience. Like, genuinely, they just accepted me just because, I don't know, like, they like my personality. Another thing I want to say is just the process of learning high ticket sales itself is not as hard. Like, I get why so many people right now are advertising high ticket sales and saying, like, get into high ticket sales, like, gonna make so much money. Yeah, because the skill itself is not too complicated. Like, if there are offers like fitness out there right now, but the whole closing is just a matter of following this script. There are more complicated offers, there are more sophisticated offers, and this is actually what I'm shooting for right now. But if you're a beginner and you just want to start, like, you know how to speak English? Amazing. Like, you can follow a script? Amazing. Like, you can get into high ticket sales. Like, it actually is straightforward. But there's also a difference with just being enough to be able to enter the space and actually become exceptionally good. The second part, this is where actually a lot of experience comes in. Like, you have to practice, usually would have to have a mentor, or, like, take thousands and thousands of calls. Another huge point is you have to put your ego aside if you want to get into high ticket sales. Like, yeah, I was working with clients before. Yeah, I was making like 5 figures per month before, but none of that matters when you actually go into sales and you have to start from the beginning, pretty much. But, like, how I personally was viewing it at the time, like, yeah, I'm gonna go through discomfort right now, but I'd rather do it young and energetic than do it later down the road, but do it regardless. At the end of the day, once again, once you know how to sell, like, you're equipped. Like, you cannot persuade me that knowing sales is not going to benefit you in life. Like, literally your whole life is going to be sales, regardless whether you are running the business or you're just like a 9-to-5 worker, because you're going to have to sell yourself, like, all the time. But honestly, the biggest limiting belief I have had at the beginning, and I feel like I literally just pissed off every single one of my friends with that, like, it was just being afraid of looking foolish. Like, once again, it's literally just ego. Literally just ego. Yeah, people were telling me, like, it doesn't matter, blah, blah, blah. But I wish I spared myself a couple of months of stress and anxiety and trying to show up as someone who I wasn't, by just telling myself, okay, like you're gonna look foolish regardless. You can just gaslight yourself into thinking, okay, doing everything perfectly and not making any mistakes, blah, blah, blah. You are gonna make mistakes regardless. But no one's gonna think that it's foolish. And if some people do, they probably are less experienced than you and they probably make less money than you. Then why the fuck does that even matter? I just started thinking of this way. Like if you're a toddler learning to walk, like people are not gonna say, oh fuck, why are you learning to walk? Like go back on the ground and just crawl. No, they're gonna be encouraging, they're gonna clap for you, they're gonna be like, oh, that's so cute. Like, you know, I can't wait for him to walk, I can't wait for him to run. Like, let's see what's next. I actually noticed I might stroke some of your guys' ego a little bit, but it's usually intelligent people who actually overthink a lot. Like if you overthink, it usually is a sign of intelligence. But it's actually not serving you. Because think of it, like you'd rather want to be someone who doesn't think of it and who doesn't let their own mind get in the way, rather than overthink every single thing and, you know, have those limiting beliefs that actually keep you at like 1K per month, or like in your job, or like being a student, like anything. Getting a mentor definitely helped me. Like I've had pretty much 3, like I was doing a lot of, you know, back and forth with them in terms of reviews, like mock call. But if you don't have access to that, it's still no excuse, because there are so many Discord groups right now, there are so many school groups right now, there's so much content on YouTube right now. And I'm not talking just about information, I'd say what's most important is the connections that you can get there. Like one thing about high ticket sales, especially right now, since the whole industry hasn't like developed crazy right now, it's literally a matter of connections. Like you gotta have a good network to be able to land like really high paying jobs and actually become good. Because think of it, recruiters are probably gonna hire someone that they know rather than just like a random applicant who says that they have no experience and they've done like 2 mock calls in their whole lifetime. I got my first 2 placements through literally just network. It was just people who I knew. And then with those people, you can practice, you can get feedback from them, do mock calls, network, apply for jobs together, see if they know anyone who could benefit you. Use all of those opportunities, like milk those opportunities, network the hell out of this. Instagram for education, like most of the big gurus right now, to be honest, like their content is more of a supermarket. Like they don't necessarily provide value. Their goal is usually to get you excited about the opportunity to just, you know, sell you the course, or, you know, put you on their free webinar and then sell you the course there. I've been copywriting for those people, I know what it looks like. But like focus on actually getting knowledge, like not just getting excited and having that mental masturbation from the content, thinking, oh my god, like I'm just gonna do that, like I'm just gonna sign up to that webinar and make my 10K per month. No, it doesn't work like that. It took me almost 2 years of trial and error to get to 10K per month. Starting high ticket sales right now, to be honest, for the knowledge itself, the bar is low. What you might struggle with is literally just finding that first placement. Once you get the placement, you are lucky, because you either get lucky profit-wise, like you're just on a really good offer but the leads are really warm and you're making just a lot of money up front, which I would say, to be honest, yeah, it's good profit-wise, but it's not really good skill-wise. Or you might get a crappy offer where you don't get the best leads, but at least you'll actually learn how to sell. Like my first 2 offers, they had like the really cold leads, like the coldest leads possible, which for me was actually crazy, because most of my copywriting clients, like the sales calls that I had for them, they were either referrals, like through content. They were like the warmest people possible. This experience, like taking 4 calls per day for that offer with like leads who came on the call thinking it was a job interview, like not ready to buy at all. This is what actually like kind of shaped my character, number 1. Number 2, made me more resilient. Number 3, actually helped me develop the skill, which actually made it easier to then go out there and apply for bigger roles that pay actually more and who are actually hiring talent and A players. So you gotta define your vision straight up. Like, what do you want to achieve from high ticket sales? Like, do you want to become good? Do you want to become an A player, which is amazing? Like, you see your life tied to sales, or you want just money, like you just want to make money fast, which is, I mean, totally fine as well. You gotta also know the timelines. Like, fast doesn't mean 1 month. It'll probably take you, like, depend on your goal obviously, but on average it does take like at least 5-6 months. But if it's like just to make money, perfectly fine as well. Like, everyone has different goals, but like you just gotta like be true to yourself and define for yourself like what is your goal specifically, so that you go out there and you know exactly what you're chasing. And yeah, with that being said, that's pretty much my story of how I got into high ticket sales. A couple of last words that I want to say. I was dumb enough to actually not use any of the privileges that I've had from running my copywriting business in the past. Like, genuinely, it has not helped me at all when it came to landing role. Like, I was just one of those beginners who never even mentioned that I did anything related to copywriting in the past. And yeah, I just fought the same battle as everyone else did. All you really gotta be is resilient and have a shit ton of patience. Like, once you get that first offer, this is when you actually get the experience and you become confident to go out there and start applying for even more jobs. The harder it is at the beginning, the easier it is gonna get for you once you actually put your first foot in the door. Because by that time, you're gonna have the conviction, you're gonna have the self-belief, you're gonna know that you know how to do this shit, and you're gonna be able to repeat it. Because all it really comes down to is your mindset. Like, number one thing that I've extracted from, past almost 2 years of, just being in this space is you want to motivate yourself. And the only way to motivate yourself is going to be through experience. Like, the only way you're going to believe that you can do something is just by actually doing it and, proving to yourself that you can do it. And, on this channel, I mostly just post about high-ticket sales. I mean, I'm going to post more about high-ticket sales. Literally my second video as of right now. But if you want to follow along with my journey, I'm just going to post about all of my struggles or what I'm going through while being a closer. So if you want to follow along, then you're very welcome to be here. I'd love to have you here. Bye-bye.